Introduction. A woman's voice called from the stairwell just as the October sun dropped behind the building. "Where is Bruce?" I stepped into the hallway. A white woman stood on the stairs, looking up at a tenant named Danny who was coming down the stairs. My stomach tightened. This wasn't the friend I'd been expecting. My friend was black. So was my girlfriend, who might not have known I'd switched apartments. "I'm Bruce," I told the stranger. She rushed down the stairs, turned without pausing, and pushed past me into my apartment. I followed, confused. The door slammed. The lock clicked. She turned, and her fist connected with my face before I could speak. My glasses hit the wall. Blood filled my mouth, sharp, metallic. I stumbled backward onto the couch as her fists kept coming, splitting my cheeks, crushing my nose. Through the red haze, her voice cut through. "Why do you keep calling me?" I could taste blood as I asked emphatically and with confusion in my voice, "Who are you?" Voices filtered through the walls, tenants, witnesses, but inside the assault continued. My body moved on instinct, not to fight, but to get her out. Some instinct kept me from even fighting back to defend myself. Some ingrained idea about not hitting a woman. In 30-odd years, no one had ever attacked me. Not like this. Only my parents had ever hit me. My hands, slick with blood, found her arms. I dragged us both toward the door. Blood from my face smeared across the white paint. My thumb left a perfect red print on the door frame as I fumbled with the lock. The door opened. I pulled her out. She lunged back. I slammed it shut, locked it. My heart hammered against my ribs. Blood dripped onto my phone as I dialed 911. "We're sending police. No paramedics," I told them. The police needed to see this. Document it. Photographs of what she'd done. Joachim, a tenant from down the hall, pointed me to the bathroom mirror. I didn't recognize the face staring back. Blood ran from deep cuts across both cheeks. The dark green shirt I'd put on that morning was now black with blood. My shorts, socks, even my sneakers, all soaked red. "So you don't know her from Adam?" Joachim asked when I returned to the hallway. I have never seen her before. The officers arrived while blood still dripped from my chin. They took my statement, questioned the witnesses. By the time they finished, the police had never photographed my injuries, and they had sent the paramedics to stop the bleeding and clean me up, despite my pleas for them to photograph my injuries for a future trial. There had to be a record of their need to call the paramedics, right? As they prepared to leave, resigned like me that we'd probably never identify my attacker. A phone rang. Not mine. Behind a stack of books. A cell phone. It must have fallen during the attack. It must have been her phone. "Maybe this will tell you who she is," I said, handing the phone to the police officers. The officers left with the phone. I sat in my blood-stained apartment, still in shock. An hour later, the street filled with police cars. A female officer appeared in my doorway, watching me with cold eyes. The radio crackled. "A woman was sexually assaulted here." The words hung in the air. They were talking about me. The victim had become the accused. Injustice and the burden of toxic shame. Her name was Anna Ensaf Amador Rizzo, my landlord's wife. In the space of 2 hours, I'd gone from assault victim to sexual predator in the eyes of the law. A lifetime of integrity, a career spent helping trauma survivors. None of it mattered now, but the false accusation was just the beginning. For years, before that October night, I'd battled toxic shame and social anxiety, terrified of how people saw me. If life had been hard, then how could I survive now, branded with an accusation that would follow me forever? This book isn't just about that night. It's about the prison that exists outside jail cells, a life sentence of suspicion and stigma. It's about fighting to rebuild when the world has already decided your guilt. It's about searching for self-worth in the shadow of toxic shame without the comfort of justice. It's about what happens when the truth doesn't matter.